Fixed it. We're all good. Look, after all the computer stuff I've done this week. Hi Swift, hi Kayla. After all the computer stuff I've done this week, it's amazing that I'm streaming at all. Let's be real. Oh my god, doing a clean install of Windows fucked up a lot of stuff on my computer. Luckily, I was able to fix most of it pretty easily after some finagling and some panic. But you know, we did it. Hot tea. Tea still hot. But hi y'all, hope you're all doing well. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a week. Oh my god, it's been a week. Oh my god, has it... Anyways. Not important. What's important is... Oh my goodness, we're on to episode 3 of 5 for Miles Edgeworth. We're almost halfway done with the first game. And boy, is it fucking insanity. Let's just jump into it. Hopefully, everything is now fixed and there won't be any more issues as stream goes on. Hopefully. Hopefully. But we'll see. Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. Okay. Is Miles Edgeworth going to be accused of murder again? Place your bets now. It's time.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every move with my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. This ugly, ugly, horrible, amazing luggage suitcase. She's definitely not here watching me, is she? Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper. Now the question is, who was kidnapped? But I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Welcome to Gatewater Land! There we go, I think this one fits, because we already have this for Gumshoe, so this works much better for a mascot. No, thank you. And a big hello to you, and a big hello to you! I'm the Proto Badger! Nice to meet ya! Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Just this once. For the love of God, Gumshoe, can you not be spotted? Why is this theme park based around the goddamn police mascot? Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wandered around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. This is fine. This is normal. It's a haunted house. Okay. Edward's not afraid of no ghost. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. Is that Proto-Badger that was in the corner still there? I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Is he gonna get up? Is he gonna stand up? I see you back. Oh. Yep, okay. I don't like the life the size. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, buddy. But, you might wanna... Alright, never mind. Ugh! This was a trap. Fucking knew it. I knew it. That guy. Betrayed. No. Can't be in the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Okay, I have no idea who that was then. Split. Police. Alright. In front of... Meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now, when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? Because you weren't cautious enough. Never, drop your guard. It's a hostage exchange. This is dangerous. I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. Zaibatsu? Explain, please? But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh, who are you? Hello? Nothing much. We went to go do a drop-off for some ransom money. And now we were beat over the head with a sword. Probably fake sword. And now we're meeting this young lady. A kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger. Ugh. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. great thief. And she really just claimed to be the Yatagarasu. Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. How did another one show up? How did we find another one? Excuse you? Hi, Kay, apparently. Hey, you can call me Kay, Kay. Good, glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes through here, and there you go. See, here's the thing. Every Ace Attorney game needs your young female sidekick, who is sometimes a lot more capable than you are, but this is Edgeworth we're talking about, so, Oh, what a relief. I owe you my thanks. That's okay. You can make me back in full later. Now then, what question shall I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Haunted House Stadium Wild West of the main gate. Okay. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me. I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? That wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Now you remember! How can you remember something I just told you? Oh, but she sure is shitty. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here! Please don't tell me you trapped yourself in... Kay, did you really? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you, la 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 la! Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops! A slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. And just like this turned into a Zero Escape game. What have we got? They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Okay, you're the motherfucker. The one with the blank eyes is the motherfucker that... Those aren't shelves. Those are set in the wall. Oh, those. I think those are doors, so I don't know if they come out. We'll see. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there's one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game? How quaint. Okay, so, because that motherfucker was the one that beat us over the head with a... No, I was going to say a bat. Technically it was a sword. Man, why did I have to put the window so high up anyway? How was the thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see, I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why did they make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole badger clan with this. What is this thing? Proto Badger, that son of a bitch. Blue Badger, an ally of justice. Pink Badger, note her unique pink bow. Other than that, she's exactly like Blue Badger. But she's pink, and she has eyelashes. That's how you know she's the girl. Why is... No, it's just a Yakuza thing. But I'm looking at Bad Badger with the pants and everything. I'm just like, why? That implies that the rest of them are naked. Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Oh, whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Well, 6, because... But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all the cases they solve. They have all the power of the state, and they use it to make a theme park. It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. Feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. Me too, buddy. Me too. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. The something is what is relevant to my interest. This is that Blue Badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, Kay? Huh! I can't believe you'd be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. Hey, look! It's the Blue Badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis! Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And I think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. I suppose this is the Pink Badger, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. Oh my god. Yep, that's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink? Yes, and her lips are red. See? Lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? Okay, I think I've seen everything over right here. What is this thing on the... Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Oh, but we do have a way. Right here. There was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay? I was so worried, sir!
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sort of...
What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shenlong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime is a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. Hey, guess what? We're the suspect again! Miles, if you're not careful, you're gonna catch up to Maya's record. I didn't think that was possible. And why would you say that? Lang Zi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of lapse of judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you eventually. Wow, what a fucking dickhead. I'm gonna beat your ass when I find you. You! What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah! I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. This is the beam I was tied to. Huh? What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking, and if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook's like I might make for a good foothold. Up you go, okay? And good luck. Count on it. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the sky. Here I go. Where's the dramatic wind coming from? I love it though. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. What is this? It looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. It looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? Oh, the real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? That's a very good question. Only the head and not the body. Seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. All seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Alright, let's take a look at my clues. What have we got? Da da da. Da da da. Oh. Can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. I thought I was being okay. Oh, take a look at my throne? Okay, hold on. I have a strange feeling that something happened. Let's see. Yeah. No way. My throne, what did you do? Excuse me? Excuse me? Fluffy! What the fuck? Where did... Okay, first of all, what the fuck, Fluffy? Second of all, why didn't I get an email about this? And also, why didn't this pop up? Are you messed up? You should be working. It did? Oh, I didn't hear it. My bad, Fluffy. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Thank you. Also, let me fix this, I think. I think this should fix it. Okay, there we go. 100%? Yeah, there are the emails. Jesus Christ. I mean, thank you so okay. Okay, in that case, there's a VR game I've been thinking about playing. There's a couple of VR games that I own that I haven't played yet. I might do those on stream relatively soon. Now that I've upgraded my CPU, my motherboard, my GPU, and I've done a clean install of Windows, we're gonna try VR again. However, the problem is you, Biscuit. Problem is you. How am I going to do VR with you? Because I'm in an open living room and your litter box and your food are here, and I don't want to lock you into the other room for several hours so I can play VR. I'll have to figure that out. Oh, whoops. Anyways, where the fuck was I as my brain is broken? Nope. Okay, hold on. Is that all the evidence that I can... Oh no, there's paint here. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, it may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Alright, I was trying to be useful. Wah. Okay, we've definitely found everything. Well, actually, I haven't talked to her yet. Hello? Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all haze in my mind. I mean, I was thinking that too, Fluffy. The problem is it didn't come up as an option, so I'm like, well, I guess never mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Can I look? Thank you. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there. I won't rest until okay. I spy with my little eye. That's what I think it is. It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. Hi, Biscuit. Did you hear me talking about you and or to you? Do you want up on the lap? Do you want to jump? Jump? Biscuit? Jump up, baby. I believe in you. Come on. No? How about I give you some scritches and then you jump? No? Where are you going? Baby? He's starting to become a long boy. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one. Which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. I have an idea. Okay, now do you want up? Okay, now you want up in my lap. Good baby. There's something unusual about this area. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold up a propped-up floor panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint as to how we'll get out of here. I know how to leave. Remove the tarp. Remove the tarp. Remove the tarp. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, baby. How are you doing, baby? Oh, this hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again.
Sacrifice to Biscuit.
Biscuit, you've been sacrificed too. Congratulations. Bits for the biscuit. I wasn't about to... Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this top. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. All right. This thing is locked down tight. Don't worry, I already... Oh, fiddlesticks. I know exactly what to do, don't you worry about a thing. Hada? 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 Biscuit? Hada? Hada? I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha! Just leave it to me! I mean, yes, they were also standing on it. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. All right, I got the secret door open, and now... Wait! Ah! Are you alright? Kay! I'm fine, the ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know? No way, I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder's removable? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Okay, you joke? You joke? I have cosmic brownies over in my pantry, or over up in a cupboard, in a cabinet. I have them with my lunch. Here's the thing, they're not my favorite of those kinds of snacks. However, they are, like, Swiss rolls are infinitely better. However, cosmic brownies are cheaper overall. Like, and they're because you can get like a big pack of the like 24 cosmic or like 12 cosmic brownies for the same price that you can get like, ooh, zebra cakes are good. I haven't, but like the problem is a lot of those are just like here's the problem. I haven't been able to taste in 3 months, so it doesn't really matter. Right? But you're right, those are also good. If we use this, yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well, then what are we waiting for? Hooray! We escaped. Let's get the fuck out of here. Now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. March 13th, Wild Wild West area. Kitty! It's Biscuit! Look in the left, look on the back, look in the back left. It looks just like Biscuit, baby. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's,
Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, so many. 99! Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. I hate you immediately. What the heck are you doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one's a 2 or 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Gah. Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. Then where was your respect towards me? This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You'll see that just now. That is the proper way for 2 people to show the respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it? Oh, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhangfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Ling, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You saw the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. I'm a prosecutor? I'm not a detective? I know everyone thinks that I am, and that Phoenix Wright is, but we are lawyers. We do most of our work in offices and in the courtroom. I'm not a detective.
How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal?
Bossing him. The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting is that I'd have been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Axby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy?
You think I'm pretty?
You dare to mock the court. I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor?
Me, looking at every single goddamn prosecutor in this series, using the word filthy to describe defense attorneys. Staring daggers at you, Edgeworth. And also, you were a filthy prosecutor before Phoenix Wright came in and straightened you out, bitch. Of course, that was a couple games ago, so...
And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me that kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir!
That's true.
Now then,
He did in fact gay him out, not straighten him out. You're right.
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Oh, wait!
Mr. Edgeworth?
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that.
Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. I should talk with her a bit more.
So what are you going to do about your investigation into kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not?
Throat's a bit fucky-wucky today.
I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing.
And what is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the target. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? That can't be, can it? Great job, Detective.
Sir!
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Sir?
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir! I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be! Wait, hold on. Don't say that sentence. Never say that sentence to me ever again.
Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir! I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand!
Then why did the Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea! About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir! Biscuit, are you in? questioning why my voice sounds like this? Are you looking at your mama with confusion and uncertainty? And like, what the fuck are you doing, mama? Please stop. This is embarrassing. And I just say, no, we will continue.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after?
Ow. Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I might ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
The weird voices will continue until morale improves, Biscuit.
Exactly. As long as morale is low, the weird voices must continue.
Hi, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. I assume Kayla must be tired and sleepy, otherwise I feel like Kayla would have had a reaction to this character. But the fact that just another one just showed up. They just keep showing up, one after another. Oh, there we go.
Oh, what?
Funny, I don't recall making my assistant, Kay.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me. It's been like that since forever. Since the very first game. Second case, I believe, was the first time we met Edgeworth and Gumshoe. Because not in the first case. Because the first case, we only met Winston Payne. Because, you know, he's always the tutorial motherfucker.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. Also, aren't you a detective?
How can you say something so serious with a giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir.
Hey, what do you know? She finally stole something.
I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You'd better stay fast on your feet.
No way! I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Gumshoe, you're 32. This is a 17-year-old. Why are you picking fights with a 17-year-old? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Where are you? There he is. Old man. Mr. Romano. Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. Selkie or Siren? Just based on the remains of what I know, Selkie. What I remember what a Selkie is and all that, Selkies are cute. A Siren just wants to kill you and has a pretty voice. For you, Mr. Romano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office. And had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. Okay, question. Where the fuck did you go? Oh, no. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. This is after Manfred von Karma, was shown to be an asshole, right? This is after the third game? Where we're like, hey, Manfred von Karma... No, that was after that was the very first game, wasn't it? Where von Karma was just... And that's why when Franziska came in the second game, she was like, I need to restore honor to the von Karma name. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Oh, then, Rue von Landshut, Miles. Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Romano. Hold on there. And what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Romano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano. Okay,
Who wants to raise your hand if you think the son faked his own kidnapping to get money?
You don't understand. He hasn't called me daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory, what kind of person is Lance again? I was telling you about Lance, how you get him back. Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year.
Hi, Gary. Life has many doors, that boy. And then 3 Rolf heads pop out of their tear in the fabric of reality with static behind him, and he's terrifying, and we just walk away from that. That was a fun episode of Edda and Nettie. That will be an incorrect conclusion. Don't spoil it for me, please, Fluffy. Thank you. But also, called something at least. Yeah, there's just an episode of Edda and Eddie where they just, were constantly breaking reality. Oh, you're saying your guess? Okay. Okay. That was not clear. It sounded like you already knew the answer.
He's very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women suddenly can't keep their hands off of him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler? Did the butler do it?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son was.
Mr. Romano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor.
You're welcome. I just like to play.
He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
Well, they said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind.
Detective Gumshoe.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir!
Now to begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin!
Mr. Romano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy!
Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it!
She already fits in perfectly with the team.
So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking.
Hey, you there.
Who, me?
What are you doing goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good. Now let's go.
No!
He looks like he's being arrested. Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents. Did he just get arrested? Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try and ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talent assistant Kay is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride.
Okay, I don't have any more to talk to you about. Okay. Hi, Blue Badger, can you help me? You know, under slightly different circumstances, this would be perfect music for a horror game! Seriously, imagine a horror game based on this motherfucker with this music playing in the background. I can imagine it, and it's goddamn terrifying. Five Nights at Badgers! Less jump scares, though. No, no jump scares. Something else. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw.
Oh, 100% this guy would just be hunting you down, and you would occasionally see him do that exact dance. He just dun dun. And you just have to fucking run for your goddamn life.
He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again.
Aha! Meeks! Officer Meeks! Ah! You uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! Oh my fucking god, Meeks, what are you doing back here? Well, because Meeks was originally in one of the first 3 Ace Attorney games. I don't remember which one. Then he came back in Apollo Justice, right? But apparently he also came back here. Case 1-5. Okay. Wait, he was in Case 1-5? He was in Edgeworth's case? I don't remember that.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Edgeworth was 1-4? Wait, the Christmas one is 1-4? I always thought I remember that one being 1-5. Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. 1-5 was Emma. Isn't that the DLC? 1-6? Hold on, now I need to go look this up. Because now my brain is breaking. Hold on. Ace Attorney 1 cases. List of game episodes. The first Turnabout, Turnabout Sisters, Turnabout Samurai, Turnabout Goodbyes. Oh. Huh. What do you know? It did? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Turnabout Goodbyes. Huh. What do you... For some reason, I always remember the first one having 5 episodes. Interesting. Originally, the final episode in the original, in this case, become the penultimate episode, because of Rise from the Ashes, specifically created for the Nintendo DS. Alright then. Farewell, Gary. We'll see you after Adhel. Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I had 2 years ago. But the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Thank you, Fluffy. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Thank you again for the other gift sub. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. And it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see. Agent Langdon's very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone Blue Badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, this little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises.
What? Sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around. But why? I know why. Because the second one is actually the kidnapper. Hiya!
A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
a Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger.
Yes, those 3.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage.
Aha! So that means a car left the garage at some time, right?
Correct, but for the car to leave those tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud.
Yeah, go lie down. Enjoy some rest. Don't you worry about a thing. Thank you again for the GPU. Jesus Christ.
3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme.
They look so lifelike, don't you think?
Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather stealing them?
If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out.
I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay.
Kitty! Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals!
I think the kidnappers would have better sense to try hiding in these.
Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals could be hiding here, right in front of 2 officers.
I certainly hope not.
I want to pet the kitty. Let me pet the kitty.
Fine. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now.
If these are real, I wonder where you put them.
Water would be the obvious answer.
But you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun. Wouldn't it go bad?
People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted.
Sorry, but I can't even get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, you really like the strange taste.
Look who's making fun of them now.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to?
Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw, here's hoping I'll get to ride one.
Do you know how to ride a horse?
Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend
who was born in the year of the horse. Okay. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. We're gonna move on past that one. We're gonna move on past that.
I was gonna say something about how I've only ridden a horse once and it was fun and I enjoyed it and I would love to do it again.
Oh, wait. What if... Nope, not you. Let me talk to Meekins again.
Sir, I'm undercover as the Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir.
I mustn't respond to that. It would be like shooting a fish in a barrel. I just want to see if he'll react to any of this stuff.
Drip drop, little by little, our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir. But that means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses.
Oh, like what?
Like this! Great, now I know what your new pose will be! Look, sir, I've successfully stolen his pose in speaking style, sir.
That's nice, Kay. Ooh. Hello, Maya. It's wonderful to see you again. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check.
Alright, well that's not really helpful. Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir? That was written by experts on the Badger family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every badger, sir.
It's not that hard to remember 4 incredibly obvious names.
I've talked to you. Here we go, cactus. Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct.
I can't believe the police went so far to even donate a cactus to this place.
So, is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They want to do something so silly.
Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful, and left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnapper went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it would be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which one belongs to the kidnapper.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Yes, we do. We know exactly what they were wearing. Observe.
Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for the footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both look like possible candidates.
This head is walking off to the west. Just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth! I've got him! I got one of the culprits! Oh no! I'm not a kidnapper, sir!
Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins, but our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something?
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment, we need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! Hello? What the hell is this?
Let's open the shutter and see what we can find.
Here we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. I think they took the car. Ah!
Oh, don't tell me there's a dead body. What's in there? We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it.
Now then, who is this man? Is it Oliver Deacon?
It's Oliver!
Hey, guess what? I fucking called it.
Mr. Romano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Langer's men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? On my cursory examination, I believe this man died from a fatal bullet wound.
You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days.
Also, you've been a prosecutor for quite a while at this point.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is an exit wound.
So so the shot went curved up, it was upwards? It all started when I was 8 and I found a body in an elevator. Not just any body, my dad's body. The 3 of us were all trapped in that elevator, and then the power went out, and I was knocked out, and when I woke up, my father was dead. Right in front of me. Hooray for trauma!
Nice! I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder with a bullet went cleanly through. I should make a note of this oddity. This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver! Nice! It is worth something after all! Oh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name.
Colin Devore.
Hey, I can tell immediately that, Oliver Deacon. Oh, perfect. Oliver Deacon. I win. It's a goddamn motherfucking, whatchamacallit. Not an anagram, it's the other thing. Not a palindrome. Palindrome is when it's backwards. Is when it's the same thing front and backwards. This is, it's another thing that starts with A, where you can rearrange the letters. Ah. It's... Fuck, what the fuck is it called? This is hurting me now. I always forget this word. Anagram? Yes, an anagram. I think that's right. Thank you.
Did I say anagram earlier? Regardless, same word, same name. But this man's name is... is there anything else over here? He has something in his hand, but we can't press it. Nope. Oh, whoops. What evidence do I have? I have the I have the pamphlet. I have the Thatcher. I have the bad ball. I have the bad Thatcher's head. I have the stolen costumes. Oh, shoes. No, nothing over there. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm not ready yet. But all of my clues don't really have anything to do with this. Following the kidnapper's princess to the body, was the victim in a costume? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. Just be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it. Can't believe I made such a large blunder. Even this little girl could point it out. Mr. Romano, this body. Yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? What a peculiar car. Yeah, from the looks of it, it must be the Blue Badger mobile. It has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind? That's simply not possible. Why? Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain. I don't remember it? Oh, gotcha. Good eye. It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. What do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim. So actually, I was hoping you could tell me. Oh, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Amono Group, Mr. Ernest Amono. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied up to a pole screaming, "Ugh!" Can you please drop that already? I'm thinking. Oliver Deacon, pending autopsy, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from gunshot wound. Despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found. Not that I can tell now. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to think about this. I have the stolen costume evidence. I have the Badger's head, the pamphlet, the Badger Rally, and the Badger Bible. I feel like I must be able to do something now, but... I don't know what it wants. I can't talk to you. I've got all yours. I mean, that's true. I just don't know how that fits necessarily. Bye, Maya. Thank you for the lurk. Hmm. I just don't know what the game wants from me at this point. It wants me to do something, but I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I feel like he's definitely been dead for more than an hour. He's definitely been dead for a little while, but... Help. Because I also don't have any other logic to give. Following a kidnapper's prints led to a body. Was the victim in a costume? Blah. I don't know what you want from me. What is it? Help. God damn it. I don't know what it wants. Gone all over in this man. Oh, did you know? I really love this kind of chair, the way it rocks back and forth. When I grow old, I plan to sit in one of these and rock the day away every day. But you don't have to wait, Mr. Edgeworth. You're at just the right age for one. Do I really project myself as someone at that age? Ooh. I have to, then I might just have to look this one up. I don't know what it wants. Okay, let's see here.
We've been Speckledorfed.
That's not even a word, and I agree with ya. Okay. I have my answer. Something I never would have guessed. Pendant? There's something not right about the name on this pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon, but the name on the pendant is Colin Devore. I wonder what's up with that. I can't believe it was that fucking goddamn it. I hate. Screw you, game. Rude. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. That was literally the last thing I needed to do. Lance! Lance! Where are you? Wait. Lance? Where are you, sweetie? Excuse me, but you are... Is that a ring pop on her finger? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Right? Ma'am? 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 Ma'am, is that a ring pop wedding ring? Engagement ring? Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. I mean, we might as well be. A man quiet as to why you are here. I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I begin to get really worried. What is on your... Excuse me, ma'am, what is on your elbow? What is on your elbow? I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, it's a bandage. I don't know how it looks in the DS nowadays. Oh, Lance. Yep, her name is Lollipops. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, when we find a body, we should look into the murder. Oh, this dick. My man brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yep, that guy's dead. Definitely dead. Kicks him in the side. Yeah, no, we're gonna give him a few more times with Rod. Kicks him straight in the face, in the head. Oh, yeah. Dead as a doornail, dude. Just a pile of fucking shit at this point. Just a pile of meat. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. The suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Ha! I leave that kind of stuff up to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. A short answer. I know you like your logic and reasoning. That sort of impractical fluff is not needed here in the field. I think I'm starting to see why so many people in the Ace Attorney world get convicted on false charges. If even Interpol is coming up and be like, logic? Reasoning? Bah, hooey. We don't need that bullshit. Seriously, look at him. He's literally... Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're lucky he doesn't have a gun. But no, this motherfucker just straight up just like... He's straight up telling us that he doesn't need a reason or logic. That he's just fucking... All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. Hey, Fluffy? Fluffy? Fluffy, I think you're unfortunately incredibly correct. Gary, you are 100%. Although, apparently you can also write Miles Edgeworth's name nearby, and he'll also get blamed. That's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Dragon Ball? Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. Hold, please. Dragon! I'm a dragon. I hope you all enjoy the dragon. Rawr, I'm gonna fucking eat you. I can fit pretty much anyone. Look at how big my mouth is. Ah. And I'm 60 feet tall. Ah. I can eat you. With ball joints. Yes, with ball joints. I can't move them around at the moment. I'm currently holding a controller between my giant metal claws that you can't see because it's just barely off screen. So I can't move my arms, but I have the swishy tail. Look at my swishy tail. I think the swishy tail is my favorite part about this VTuber. It's the best. And all I have to do is jiggle around a bit. It goes swish. It goes swish. Swish. Innocent people. Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Ji says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws, said in the most condescending tone possible, a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. I am glad to be of amusement. I also amuse myself. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That's your reasoning. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention. In my country, the criminals have a saying. Beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Zi. You think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous? Lang Zi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? I've seen a lot. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured.
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. Well, that woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement.
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It'd take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden?
Gun?
What'd you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it all out already.
Sir, I lost my gun, sir!
How could you be so irresponsible? Ha 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 ha! In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. In this garage and killed him here with his gun.
He was not killed here, are you crazy? Look around a little bit more, bitch. Do some forensics.
Unfortunately for you, Agent Langs, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene. And if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir!
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir! Not you too! It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role, selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this blue Badgermobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir.
So the blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir, Roger, sir. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams, but I got completely caught up. Yeah. That's true. A Wolfpack wolf guy, and
The good news is he also has not said the word alpha once. He just says, he just said Wolfpack. He's part of the Wolfpack. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. One of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, the good old drop kick. I just dealt my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, that's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekin's story. I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. I'm postured. I will hydrate. Save. Okay, one moment. Give it back. Here we go. Save. Saving. Saving. Data has been saved. Data has been saved. Anyways. Sir, the Blue Badger Mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger Mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But, hold on. Oh no, we don't have... Yeah. Do we know Daleks? What do you take us for? We must exterminate! Exterminate! The answer is yes. I have watched my fair share of Doctor Who. I haven't caught up in a long time, but I do I have my knowledge. Let's just press him all over the place and see what happens. Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? That's because of a very deep reason, ma'am.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so...
Hold it!
Okay, no, we already did that one. But I got caught up in my role. You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers. No, sir! Of course not, sir! I would never do something like that, sir! You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. Way better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Thought I fixed this. I thought I fixed that. Monitoring device, that one. I should be monitoring things. And this one is connected. Interesting. And bizarre. Huh. Oh, I just realized I can get rid of that because that's done now. And then I killed him like I killed Bruce Goodman and Zach Gramery, sir! Jesus Christ.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir! Or I knew when I found myself in this area, sir. How did you wind up all the way? Oh, okay, no. Drop kick. Okay, so I pressed him on everything.
Objection!
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir? I'm lying, sir?
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badgermobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Ah! Actually, I just lost track, sir.
A lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen.
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
A likely story. Anything's going to buy such a convenient tale as that. And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used the Blue Badgermobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth smooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in.
Bye, Gary. Have a great night. Enjoy your food. Crime scene is the haunted house? Very likely.
That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic.
Jesus Christ, I hate this man. I hate this man. He needs to stop. He needs to not be allowed to do what he's doing.
As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! You are all wasting time. I think you need to leave. Do you not realize that by arresting the wrong person, the real killer is getting away? It's important to find the correct one so that the real one doesn't get, so that they don't leave if you're wasting time and resources. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations. Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
This man needs to be stopped. Like yesterday, stopped. Like immediately. Like, dear God, I hate you. Fuck off. Yeah, but hold on. Go ahead and save.
Chased out like a pair of peasants.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Kay.
There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is?
You really shouldn't steal anything, however, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal?
A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with. Ever.
That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. Oh my god. When I apprehend the murder myself.
Alright, and I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go!
My soul never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! It was supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium!
A witness? You, what did we tell you about leaving your assigned post?
Ah, the jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir!
Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Well, we found the Pink Badger mobile. I thought there was a witness here. Inside the Pink Badger mobile. Yeah, I don't see anyone.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Emma? Oh my god! It's so weird to see young Emma again. Or like, is this like an in-between Emma? Huh. Long time no see. You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. Don't worry. Don't worry. Apollo Justice is waiting for you. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Look at how small you are! You're so itty-bitty! Age 18. Yeah. So what, this is... this is still about 7 years? This is still about 10 years, maybe, before the Apollo Justice games, give or take? I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see! You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do! So why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I'd really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. And also, Detective Gumshoe and I are pen pals. I use these to track your footprints and I follow them straight to you. Oh, she's a Faraday cage. That's very funny. This says the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground and when you shine a special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What is that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? I know where they are. Knock, knock. I assume this is another Badgermobile. Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car. Yes, this is a retina-searing pink model. What's that all from the distance? Oh hey, it's the pink badger. Badger, get! Badger, 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 badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance. I'm gonna rip your head off. I want to see who's underneath I want to see who this is. I hope to God, I hope to all that is good and funny and comedy that this is someone we know underneath. The question is, who would be the funniest? Who would be the funniest? Is it Fun Car? Oh my god, yep, no, she's the old bag? Old bag? Yeah, no, she's absolutely the funniest choice for this. Hi, Windbag. Old bag. I don't remember your name. I remember you're an asshole. Ah, I can't take me inside that stuffy head anymore. Yo, no. Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Elgie Pooh, why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by saying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm going to just be direct. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. But the problem is, I think you're right. Phoenix would have been funny. But it's also a problem of having Phoenix show up in the Miles Edgeworth games. I don't know, I feel like would be interesting as like the final case. It's like, and here's Phoenix Wright, and I'm just like, oh, hey, there he is. It's like he just suddenly it would have been really funny, but I think they're saving that if they're gonna do it at all. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? Oh, you could say that, but right now I'm just the Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. I can't fucking believe they brought... No, I can. I can absolutely believe they brought that goddamn old bag. Okay, the question now becomes... Are we going to meet up with the Proto Badger and Bad Badger, and are we also going to see people under them that's going to make me laugh? We have Wendy. We have, oh, the problem, it could be that girl from the first episode again. The security guard girl who was also in the previous game. Who else would be funny? I want you as a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met. Oh, that's right! The hotel that's right. That was the first time we saw her. She was the security guard at the studio where the Silver Samurai was being filmed. Another time we saw her, 70-30 in favor? Yeah. The next time we saw her was at the Gatewater Hotel, where the only time Phoenix has ever been the defense attorney for an actual criminal and made sure that he actually got a guilty verdict. Was the Gatewater Hotel. I go when I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Pooh. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old you are with young girls. Why the other day I was able to, you didn't notice me. He went and got into arrangement. I don't see what he gets here. As I say, the best of this is
You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, please, I'm begging you, by all means, do not provoke her any further. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true, she is the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Oh, God. What the old bag witnessed. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I haven't... Okay, you know what? Do you have any idea what who the men... You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They look like your average show. It's completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. That's not useful. That's not helpful. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that. But do they have any special features? Anything you can call would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you. Ugh. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. But you're right, the thing that doesn't make yeah, the angle of the shot.
Hold it!
You're 100% right. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Oh, absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go to help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find someone who was help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, the testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? So about this new problem, what is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is the secret weapon of a grand thief. Oh, I should have known it would be worthless. Oh, don't be like that. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Excuse me? Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood! Are you... what? What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I input into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say, I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see, Miss Oldback said that the two men were facing each other, then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Oh no, it's 100% impossible. Like, physically it's impossible. There's nothing for them to project onto. See? So what do you think? I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. And also the fact that this never comes back. We never get this technology again in the future. Despite the fact that this is like 7 or 10 years before Apollo Justice. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation can come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of the witness's testimony. You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got a little thief with me, so you just let me know, okay?
Begin investigation.
According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Dabba-dabba? Dabba-dabba?
Take that!
This is the contradiction. Is something wrong with my recreation? Something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here cast doubt on the witness's testimony. Hedgie Pooh, how can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what to say, and I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Maybe because they were in a suit? It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face? Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief, but she has a point. Emma, can you help us out here? This is amazing! Just feel the power of science! Okay, I wish that you would use some of your power of science to help, but okay. Victim was in a costume, so there's no blood on the ground. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground! Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them since there doesn't seem to be any around. Emma! It's your turn! Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some then. Emma, it's your turn. It's amazing! Yes. I need your footprint stuff. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints. Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay. Stand back now and witness the power of science at work. She's also stupid. So, no. Hey, I found something! Look right there! I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints were layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. Can't wait to see what you found out from this new info.
Investigation complete. Congratulations. You solved the case, apparently. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. Maybe closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
Excuse me. What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
I came to the state and take a short break. I had a resting glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. There was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience.
So does this mean that Mr. Oldback's testimony is a contradiction? Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldback to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find a contradiction in her testimony.
Very obvious, very easy. The two men part.
Objection!
Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved, seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time? Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. Affirm a seat in the second tier.
The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
How could you seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs? Or is it exactly like, oh, they're now going to take a nap?
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? From way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Oh, like when I was young, people used to go, good man from 100 paces away, they also noticed me in fast, tried to make them move, and not even that easy, when the judgmental eye...
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it! I love that at this point he's just accepted that she's part of this and he has no choice.
Alright.
I'm gonna be real, I don't think she ever had him.
This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input, but Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We can maybe even find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Alright, let me look around and think.
It looks like they broke the stage down.
I guess this means they're done for the day?
Well, maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay. Wait, what? We have a bit of a situation here. We have a bit of a problem. Does anyone see the problem? Does anyone see an issue with this?
There's clearly
a contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Well, come on, it wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time.
Eesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldback? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See, now let me update the info on the simulation. You're right, it definitely still doesn't make sense.
because the angle shows it going up. Because the entrance wound is on the stomach, and the exit wound is up on the... So unless he was doing a handstand... Unless our victim was doing a handstand at the time he got shot, this don't make no sense. Well, even if he was facing... But here's the problem. We know for a fact that the entry wound was in the abdomen and the exit wound was in the shoulder. You can tell because of the way that the skin and the flesh and everything is. Basically, when it goes in, like, everything around it sinks into the wound, and in the exit side, like, everything gets pushed away. So it's very easy to know what's entrance, what's exit. So he was shot in the abdomen. Well, well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see, thanks. Well, let me go take a look at it again. It just says the bullet entered his abdomen and left from his shoulder. But again, that's as someone with his experience, that's not something that's difficult to deduce. I see, thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You two. Sir! Wow, they set that up fast. Wait a second! Hold the phone! I know that goddamn symbol! Hold on! I know that symbol! That's the goddamn symbol of the Gaviners! But wait, isn't this still like 7 years before the Apollo Justice games where we fight where he's, huh? And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Yeah, but that took you out. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. As the truthy little recreation showed. Wrong. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He is the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my creation was on the mark. You see, thank you for understanding, my little crow girl. Not some common crow, I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend! That's, okay, and that makes the, wait, doesn't that also make this a year after Phoenix Wright lost his badge? So that means we're definitely not going to see Phoenix here. Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. I already know where he's wrong. I already know what he's wrong. It's right here. You shot him from on high. No, you didn't. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. No. Well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited at his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Then, yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction! You're discounting your own conclusions. No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Which means... that means the killer was the one wearing this. If this is what happened, it also explained the positioning of the gunshot wound. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer will also wear a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Bam! Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. And he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? No, it is not. Badger has... You're absolutely correct. Let me... Indicative of the blue Badgermobile, except for the fact that we... hold on.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the blue Badgermobile has 3 tires. Of course! The only thing in this park that can make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto-Badgermobiles, Agent Lang. Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate... I hate you! What do you mean just to complicate things? What do you mean just to complicate things? I'm going to punch you in the face.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badgermobile? It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the wild... Except for the fact that, the stage was taken down.
Hold it!
The tire marks. Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. Ah, okay, there it is. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
Objection!
Get fucked, buddy. I'm sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single drop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile? That would be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger? You mean the Proto-Badger?
That's right, there's one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang suggests you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Hey, did you hear something?
Are you Lance? Me? Yeah, you're definitely Lantermano. I can tell by looking at your ears. And also the fact that you still Are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West. With kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? What is it? Can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped, wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. Aren't your men the one who are here? I'll even let you guys out with the kid set just now. Consider it a gift. I hate you. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on. Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. I might have to call it early. My throat's been kind of acting up. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. Not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? Oh my, you little rascal. You sure know the way into a woman's heart. Lazy says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy-smancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Hi, Ren. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. To be continued. Alright, we'll save it here. I don't really... My throat's been kind of acting up a bit today. You're getting settled and taking your titty skittles? Titty skittles are always good. Always make sure to take your titty skittles. I'm thinking, I'm also kind of tired. I'm thinking I might call it here just a half hour early. Especially since we just hit a to be continued. We can finish this next time. Ooh, my back. Ugh. Alright. Y'all, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and call it there. That's all for tonight. Let me see if anybody's streaming. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thanks all for hanging out. Thank you, Fluffy, for the gift subs and the fucking... the GPU thing. Jesus Christ, I still can't believe it. I'm dying. Alright. Let us go to... Who do we want to? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Who do we want to raid? You don't think we'll... Maybe not the game, but this episode. We'll probably finish this episode next time. Maybe. Here, you know what? Let's do something chill. Let's go watch some art. So thank you all so much for joining me. Have yourself a great night. We'll be back on Saturday for Atelier. What do you mean join Twitch today? This is my goddamn chat. Am I not logged in? Curse you, OBS. Being weird and annoying. And also me resetting everything because of... Where the fuck did I put my stuff? Because of me resetting things. Okay, there it is. Well, shoot. Yes. Give me the code so I can log in. Thank you. This. This. There we go. Oh, there it is. Now I can... Okay, that explains it. Alright, can we... Just feels like we haven't hit halfway. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with the investigation, specifically because we don't have a courtroom section. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and raid. You're going to go... I'm going to get you on some art. Unless they just ended? Nope, ad break. Fine, vamp for 90 seconds. Considering the fact that this game doesn't have... those, it feels like it goes by faster because we have to figure everything out just in the investigation. We don't have to reiterate everything to a goddamn court, so that's nice. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Okay, so I'm gonna send y'all out. Go watch some art. Have a great night. I'll see you all later. Yeah, that's it from me. Bye, y'all.